Hey, we made it. We're in Malaysia.
Yes. Yeah.
Our flight from the US to Malaysia, we made it. We're all here. We're alive.
Yep. After 48 hours traveling.
Yeah, it was like we had 2 full days of traveling at about 19 to 20 hours each day. It was
rough.
Yeah, we had a 6-hour overnight in Romania and then kept going. It was yeah. So if you are new here, you don't know us, hello and welcome. Thanks for watching. We are a family of 6 from the United States. We have 4 kiddos. We are a homeschool family and we originally moved to Romania, but we are full-time traveling now in this season of life.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And so far, we love it.
Yeah.
We love, finding new cultures and letting our kids find out how, every country is different and they love it also.
That's for sure.
Yes.
We're pretty much still recovering from our really long travel days. Not going to say day. Yeah, still
plus
recovering.
The hours differently.
Oh, yeah. We're like 13 hours ahead of Virginia where we're from. So it's a 13-hour difference. So
yeah, so for us here is Friday morning. For y'all, most likely is Thursday 9:30.
8:30. Yeah, 8:30. Yeah. So we figured this was like a good time, like a good hour to kind of hop on, share what it's been like for like our first 48 hours, our first 2 days in Malaysia while we're kind of still like off on sync, I guess. And we can kind of talk about all of what it's like as our family. We can talk about our community here and kind of share, and y'all can kind of get to know us and ask us anything. And pretty much we can bring you right into our world in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's a blessing. God has blessed us to be able to do this thing. I mean, it's awesome.
Well, so today we're talking about, right, our first 48 hours in Malaysia and like what it's really been like, the food, the culture, the surprises, the jet lag, please don't melt down right now, like keep it together, kids. It's almost bedtime, all the times that our kids are like falling asleep in the middle of the day. And we're going to share it all pretty much honestly, like no holding back. And while we're here, if you want to get to know us, we really want to get to know you. We want to know who's watching. We want to know, how many kids you have. Do you like to travel? Do you want to travel? Are you here for inspiration? Are you here because you think we're just bonkers? What is it? And we want to know where you're watching from. So put it in the chat box, please. Let us know where you're watching from so we can kind of get a gauge on like who's our audience here. Like who are we hanging out with today? And let me know, like, so many people I think are dreaming of traveling, right? But we want to make that dream a reality, and it is possible to be done. So you just got to get a little funky, a little creative.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, most people, they want to do it, but they don't know where to start. So that's what kind of we do this, just to show them that there is a way. And, I mean, let's be honest, everybody thinks the same way. Well, to travel, you need money. Right? I mean, we're not going to lie to you, but you do need money, but there's ways to do it where you can do it with a budget where, you can get to the place where you want.
Yeah. Also, it's way more affordable than, I can't get this right. It's way more affordable than I think people realize and understand. Like, it's not like a $10,000, $15,000 vacation. You're living your real life. Like in your real life, you're not going out to the restaurants every single day. But anyways, we'll get into that further. But so we will do a quick like little Q&A also in the middle of this. And you can ask us anything: full-time travel, world schooling, homeschooling, what it's like with 4 kids traveling this much, how we're actually adjusting to it. And specifically in Malaysia, you can ask us about anything from a different country that we were in. And honestly, we just love talking to you. Our whole goal is really just to show families that adventure is possible, and especially with kids, because a lot of people like leave kids at home and they're like, oh my gosh, you brought your kids with you, which sometimes we've had that thought too, like, oh, why are we bringing them? But,
especially 4.
Yeah, seriously, that number is really large. You're outnumbered as parents, but really, it's going to be really low key. It's going to be super laid back, and just know like life is messy. Life is messy at home. Life is messy when you're traveling. Life is messy, and it's still real life. We still have these hiccups, this messiness, but that's sort of what makes it beautiful, and that's also what makes these memories worth it,
Yep.
right? Like the memories we have created in like 8 months are insane, like
Yes.
legit insane.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
So settle in, grab your drink. We're making extra coffee because it's only like barely 9:30 in the morning for us, and hydrating and drinking more coffee.
Yes.
So come on, get your drink, relax. Let's just be super casual. Let's hang out, let's chat, and super happy you're here.
Yes.
So again, tell us where everybody's watching from. I'll start this. Let's see. I know we've had like other people like ask us tons. We've had a lot more people ask us questions like in person, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the weirdness between like the internet and social media where people maybe feel like more hesitant. What is this hair doing? Like they feel more hesitant to ask, but we've had a lot of people ask us a lot of questions before and while we were moving like in person.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is like, well, why Malaysia, or like, why Romania?
Yeah, there's lots of whys, right?
Yeah. Why? Like, why would you leave America? Well, because in this part of the world, everybody's like wants to be in America, right? But for us, we were kind of like, hey, you know what? We love traveling, and we felt like we were stuck in this life where everybody is like, hey, you have to work, go home, go to sleep, work, go home, go to sleep, and we're like, hold on, like we like traveling, and we want to give our kids the best experience that they can. So we say, hey, we only live once, let's just do it. So we sold everything, we pack our stuff, and then boom, we went for it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There's definitely been so we know, right? Like we know these questions are out there. Like we know that people are having these questions because we're getting asked these questions, right? So another question would be like, have you ever visited Malaysia before? There's a huge expat community here, huge homeschool, world schooling community here from all over the world, and Malaysia, specifically like Penang, where we are. I know there's also one in Kuala Lumpur and KL. So let us know where, have you ever been to Malaysia? Where did you go? Like, what was your favorite thing in Malaysia that you did when you visited? Because maybe it's not on our list. I'm sure it is, but maybe we're missing something, right? We're always here to learn. And also, who here is also like a traveling family? Let us know if you are also a travel family. Are you part-time? Are you full-time? Let us know your situation. Let's see.
Yeah.
And or maybe you aren't. Like maybe you're just like a regular human, right? Like we all are, and
or maybe
you want to travel.
You're
like
just curious about it. You just want to know, like, hold on, like, is this even possible? Yeah,
like you want to know how to do this. You have like a dream, a desire, a passion, and you're like, how in the heck? Like, we've got to get to soccer. We got to get the kids to gymnastics. We got to get the kids to football practice, baseball, basketball, whatever. We've got a boat at home. We got a pool in a house. We've got 4 cars and a mortgage. We got 2 corporate jobs, or, you're a firefighter or you're a plumber or HVAC. Like, we can't miss work. We can only travel 1 or 2 weeks a year. That was us.
Yeah.
So it is possible, because you just got to change. You got to switch it up. You got to get creative. And you can make it work. So like, let us know, because we did not have telework jobs. Right? We did not.
No,
that's for sure.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, that's one of the things where, like, now that we've been doing this for 8 months, we have realized that we spend so much money on the things that we really don't use as much as we thought we were going to use when we buy them. And that money kind of just like stays there and don't allow us to do things that we want. And we realized that very quick. Now that we travel full time, I mean, we get to do a lot of things. I mean, we get to take our kids to do, fun activities and all that.
Like on a regular basis. It's like a Tuesday morning.
Yes, exactly. So, like, for example, this morning, I went to the gym, came back, and then now we're about to do some school after this, and we're gonna hit the pool, and we're gonna go hit the
we're going to Georgetown. Yeah.
So,
well, first, let's start with our travel time, right? Let's talk about our journey over. So if you don't know, we spent November in Bulgaria, and then we went back to America, the United States, for Thanksgiving week with family. And we actually weren't in our home state. We went to Sedona, Arizona with like 30 other family members.
Beautiful
so we
place.
had, gorgeous, scenery, landscape, topography, geography, like we've never seen before, something you can't get in Virginia, that's for sure. So we spent the week there. And so we had to travel from Sofia, Bulgaria to Arizona, and then Arizona to Romania for the night, and then over to Malaysia. So let's talk about our first one. I've been dying to share. It was a horrible travel day. Like, it couldn't have gotten worse when we went from Sofia to Arizona.
Yeah.
It started with 2 delayed flights.
Well, we got to Amsterdam.
Well, wait. We had 2 delayed flights. And then, okay.
Yeah, so we got to Amsterdam, and we're going to the gate. As soon as we get to the gate, it says your flight been canceled. So imagine this, right? 4 kids, little kids, right? We got carry-ons and everything, and it says flight's canceled. So
we've never had a canceled flight travel.
On top of that, we have to catch 2 more flights to get to Arizona. So
like,
then we're scrambling, like, oh no.
We're like, at this point, we're like missing our connecting flights. We have ran through the entire airport to get to our flight that is now canceled.
Yeah.
And there's 30 people waiting on us to show up in Arizona. And we all have plans scheduled, okay? Like a tight plan timeline. So we're like, oh my God.
Yeah. So finally, it gets figured out.
It was not easily figured out. We turned around and there was like legitimately 200 people in line waiting to be helped.
But the perks of having little kids, they were like, hey, you got little kids.
No, I begged. I begged and pleaded. Like, please, until they were probably sick of me. And then some lady showed up and she was like, hey, y'all should come with me, and took us to the front of the line. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And then they rerouted us we were flying Delta, but they rerouted us on United. Yep. Mm-hmm. So that was in Amsterdam. So then we ended up we were originally supposed to
go to Atlanta,
but they rerouted us to Chicago. Yeah. Don't fly through Chicago. Do not fly through Chicago. Nobody there is helpful. Nobody wants to be at their job, and everybody hates everybody that's flying through there. So I would literally rather walk than have to fly through Chicago. Okay? That's our experience there.
And then we landed in Arizona. We got to
we landed we were in Chicago. Because it was an international flight, we had to go and get our bags. Remember? Yeah. And you had to recheck your bags in. Yeah. And we are literally about to miss our connecting flight, which actually my cousin was, her flight also got delayed or canceled, and she got rerouted. And she actually ended up getting rerouted to the same airport and same connecting flight that we were getting on. So she was like at the gate waiting on us, but we had to like check our bags in. So after like 30 minutes, our bags weren't coming. We had asked like 4 different people, like, hey, where are our bags? Can you check? And they were like, it says they're in Chicago. They're scanning here, but all the bags are here. We can't see. So we were like, okay, well, we got to go. Like, we'll just hope it got done. So now we're in Arizona, right?
With no luggages. So we didn't get any of our 7 luggages where our clothes was,
7.
Everything.
All 7 of our checked luggages are lost.
Yeah.
Not one made it.
And you got to think about it, that's everything we own.
Yeah. So like it's everything we own. It's not like, some underwear and shirts. Like, no, like it is all we own. So you treasure it just a little bit more. Yes. I mean, like I get it. Luggage gets lost, like maybe like 1 or 2, but all 7. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. Okay. Somebody dropped the ball. But United was really easy to work with. They were super nice. We ended up getting it within like 2 days. Yep. They were super kind, super helpful, and everything ended up showing up. But it was like super stressful between 2 delayed flights, a canceled flight, all 7 missing luggages. And then the experience in Chicago airport was like not great. And then we had to drive 2 hours to our hotel. And After the 2-hour drive, the driver dropped us off in the rain. He dropped us off at the wrong hotel. My dad's like, I'm in the lobby. So I'm like in the lobby going, Dad,
Yeah.
you're not here. And he's like, no, you're not here. And then we asked the front desk, they're like, oh yeah, that's you're at the wrong hotel. We were like,
it's
oh
like
my
10 p.m.
gosh.
at night. It's raining.
We've
we're
been
all
flying.
tired.
We had been awake for 25 hours at this point.
But then luckily somebody left a pillow on the car. So the driver came back, and it was the most awkward situation because we were like, "Hey, we're glad you come back because this is the wrong hotel." So
I think to sum up, our flight to back to the U.S. from Europe was unexpectedly chaotic.
Yeah.
And it was a full travel day, but like when you're tying in 4 kids, like that's the reality of it. You're not guaranteed a smooth sailing day, and we had a bumpy one. We definitely had a bumpy one. Hello, Alberto from Virginia.
Yes. Yeah. But honestly, I mean that's what the memories and everything that makes them. So.
Yeah, that's what makes it worth it. Is like we at the end of the day, like we got our luggage, we're fine, we're healthy. Nobody got sick on the airplane. We're all healthy.
The biggest thing I was looking for when we went back to the States, I knew we were going to Sedona, and there was Mexican food. There was tacos.
That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So what's the longest that you've ever traveled for? What about you, Alberto? What is like your longest travel day that you've had? Like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for us, probably coming to Malaysia is
that's definitely the longest travel day we've ever had. And are your kids like good travelers, or like do they not do good with like the routine disruption and like the chaos? Ours do pretty okay, except for if like they fall asleep like on the airplane right before we have to like get off. Then it's like, oh no.
Well, honestly, all they care about is if the plane has TV. If the plane has TV, they're good. If the plane don't have TV, we're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, but Sedona was amazing. We did some hiking, and we got to see the Great Canyon. We got to spend some time with the family and everything.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that first. We'll get to that later because I mean, well. Yeah, I mean, it was a great Arizona day. But if you're new here and you're just joining us, please drop it into where you're watching from and how many kiddos you have, and do you travel? If so, do you travel like occasionally, a little bit, a lot of it? Let us know. But so getting into, we then flew back, right? We had 2 20-ish hour travel days, and we flew no problems. We got all of our luggage, no issues. We stayed overnight in Romania and then did like our second leg the next day. So no issues there, super easy. And then our luggage came really quick in Malaysia. We had a driver pick us up that it was with where we're staying, our apartment. He helps the lady who owns it out. So it was super easy, quick drive here.
But it was kind of different because we went from cold weather to warm weather.
Oh yeah, it's like
so
80s.
when we landed in Malaysia, we're like, oh, okay, all right, this is where we're going.
Yeah, so weather's like 80 degrees here.
Yeah,
it's 80, but it's not rain season.
No, I mean, it's amazing. It's good weather. I think.
It's great. It's a little humid and sticky in the apartment. Sometimes you have to like turn on the air conditioning to like get the stickiness out of here. But when we first got into our apartment, it was rough. It was like after two full travel days, like the worst unimaginable thing happened. We walk in and the floors are like filthy. The floors are filthy. Hadn't been cleaned. He's having to go parent. So the floors have been filthy. And then we're like looking at the kitchen chairs and we're like, are these crumbs? Like, what is it? And then we realize it's mold. There is mold growing on the chairs. There's mold in the ceiling of like where our room is, a small area of it. And so we're like messaging the owner, which the owner isn't super, I'm pretty sure she extremely dislikes me. And she thinks I'm like some American girl just being picky. And I'm like, she's never even said like, I'm sorry. She's pretty much, the vibe is like we're complaining. So it hasn't been like a great start of communication. I'm like, look, lady, the floors are filthy. This place has not been clean. There's dirty food still in the cups and the plates. Like there's dirty old stuck on food in the coffee cups and on the plates and on the forks that are all put away. The floor is filthy and there's mold growing, like fuzzy mold on all the chairs. And I think it's because, well, I mean, the dirtiness is inexcusable, but the mold, I think, is because it was just shut up. There was been no fresh airflow. And so it just kind of grew mold. So I was like, what are we going to do here? Are we like, we went back and forth. She did send the cleaners over to clean the floors. And then that was it. And then they switched out our chairs. Now we have these more like faux leather chairs, which are fine. And we just like wiped them down, but really wasn't like what we were expecting. And they said like they had the essentials here. They have nothing here. They gave us a thing of body wash, but I mean, there's like dirty dish sponges for us to use. So we had to go out and get like all cleaning products. Yeah. We had to go out and get like brand new dish stuff. And
well, we were ready to leave, right?
Yeah, we were ready to leave. Like we were on Airbnb, like looking for somewhere else.
But I was like, hold on, we gotta stay here for 3 months.
We're like 3 months here. Like, what have we done? Like we all like that's what we thought. We were like, oh my God, we done messed up.
But then we went downstairs and we saw the gym, the pools, and everything. Like, okay, all right, we can deal with.
And also, like every place that we were looking at, because like you're looking to move into a place like the next day, everything was like over double the price per month than what we were paying here. Mm-hmm. So we were like, okay, so not only was this a giant inconvenience, we're gonna have to fight Airbnb, which I mean, it's not much to fight. Like there was mold and everything else. We were like.
Yeah, but I mean, she did send some people the same day.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. So.
And then we just got our own cleaning stuff, and we just said we're gonna clean it ourselves. So we got some like bleach and some other natural stuff, which is weird to say that in the same sentence. We got bleach and natural stuff, like those go against each other. Yeah. But look, I was freaking out. Okay, I was freaking out. Evan was like, "We gotta go. I'm itching. I think I can't breathe." I'm like, "Oh my God, calm down."
Yeah.
But so then we did. Yeah, we did go downstairs. And there's 2 pools. There's
3 pools.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 pools and a kid pool.
Yeah.
There's a basketball court. There's a full gym. There's saunas. There's a miniature golf course. There's boxing, like punching bags, whatever they're called. There's a full playground upstairs. There's 24-hour guarded security. And that sold us. We were like, okay, we're going to keep our budget location and not spend double the price and have to repack everybody. We're exhausted and just clean it ourselves and stay here because the amenities are like 1,000% worth it. Again, if you're new and you just jumped on, let us know where you're watching from. Okay, please. Other than that, like any like cultural moments or anything, everybody's pretty friendly. We haven't met anyone that's been unfriendly by any means.
Well, I think the biggest difference is for me, I was expecting more of how can I say it? More more food difference, but it was not that big difference.
No, there's a lot of Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, everything. And there's a giant Chinese population here in Malaysia, which I had heard, but I didn't, like, you don't really know till you know. So like there's like a bigger population of Chinese here. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean,
Hi, Laura. Or Paul.
It's been really, really, really nice, honestly.
Yeah.
The only thing I have to say, it's kind of like it gets really hot, but I think it's because how high we are in the building.
Yeah, we're like on the 23rd, it'd be like their 24th floor. So
but
like we're really
crazy because when you're in here, it's hot, but when you go out there, it's like nice and warm. So
that's for sure. Hi, Laura.
I mean, the kids love it, honestly. Like they get to do school every day, and then after that, they get to enjoy the pool, which is we kind of doing the pool as like physical, class where they get to learn how to swim
after we do school. Yeah. That's what's been great about being a homeschool family is it really didn't like change up much being able to travel. But
Yeah.
what would be the first thing you did if you came to Malaysia? Which I didn't realize. So like Malaysia was under the British Empire occupation rule for so many years. It's only been like 67 or I think it was 67 or 68 years that Malaysia has been like its own independent country.
Yeah.
So there's significant influence of the British rule and occupation here. They still have the racetracks. Everything is in English here. All the signs, there's so much stuff in English. When you go and you get like your groceries, the amount of groceries that are available here that are like fresh, real, natural, organic are the same ones that you can get in the United States. So produce and like grocery store wise, we've seen more products in this country that was similar in the United States than any other country we've ever gone to.
Yeah,
I would say.
And the coolest thing we were going to the store, what was it, 2 days ago, and we grabbed a taxi, and then we looked to the left, and there was like 6 monkeys.
Yeah, it's a gang of monkeys to get out of our building to like get to everything else. We haven't ventured there yet because at this point I was like, look, I don't know if I'm okay. I don't know if I'm going to survive getting jumped by a monkey on the street. And we've got 4 kids. Like, who do you sacrifice at that point? Kidding, but it's. I'm like, I don't know. You've heard some horror stories, but I'm sure we'll survive it.
Yeah. I'm like, we have to try. We have to walk by.
Yeah, the monkeys are real, like hanging out on the street, and they look cute. But I'm like, but when you walk by in their territory, are they still cute? Is really the question. So we haven't been brave enough to like venture past the monkeys yet. So
and then we went to Georgetown, which is we kind of find out that a lot of places they don't take cards. So if you do come, make sure you bring cash with you.
And of course, I left our debit card at home because we use our credit card in case there's like fraud or anything. It's more easily covered, and we use our travel points. So we didn't have any way to get cash. So we had to walk quite a bit in the heat with hungry people.
Yeah.
He was worse than the kids to find somewhere that accepted cards. So that was a little bit. So like you need cash is king, right?
Yes.
Cash is king here. Yeah. So if you're enjoying hanging out with us and you are new, hit the subscribe button so that you can be a part of our travel family and our community. But we can really like kind of get to know us now. So that was pretty much like anything else from the past, like 48 hours. We did go to the mall. We went to the open food court yesterday. We're going to make a video on that soon. We tried like a lot of their foods.
And we also went to the outdoor food market.
That's what I was saying. The outdoor food market. And then we went to their big mall yesterday, which was really, really cool. We didn't even get to experience the whole thing. We only made it to like 3 out of 6 floors. And we were like, okay, I'm tired. Let's go.
And honestly, also was the Korean barbecue restaurant there. I was like, oh yeah, we got
tons. Like the bottom is like all restaurants of like any Asian meal you can, your heart desires, it's there.
Yeah. So besides that, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll say a little bit about us, how long we've been traveling. Well, we pretty much traveled since we've been in a relationship. Before we were even married, we our first trip together, was to Maryland. Yeah, we went to Maryland together. And then our first international trip was to the UK. We went to England. And so we've been traveling for 9.5 years together. And then we've just continued to travel as we've had kids. We've just included them in our travel as our family grew, which it grew kind of quickly. But we just continued because we knew that we enjoyed it and we wanted them to be a part of it. And we thought it was important for our kids to see
to see the world, it's a big place if you really think about it. I mean, and then once we find out that every time we came back home, all there's to do, honestly, just like work,
and do like your routine, and like you get burnt out, you get just tired. Yeah. So like, why did we choose this lifestyle? I think we talked about it for a long time.
Yeah, we kept going like, well, no, hold on, is this the best thing for our kids? Like how are they going to grow up? Like, are they going to get the best?
No, but how did we initially choose this?
Well, we chose.
We had a conversation at dinner, and you just blurted it out.
Yeah, pretty much. We were like, hey.
That's how it started. You were like, I would live in another country.
Yeah.
And I was like, the gates have opened.
Yeah. So
I'll pack. My stuff will be ready mañana.
gates are open for her, but and me, I was the one working, so I'm like, like, how are we gonna do this? Like, hold on, like, what's gonna happen if we run out of money? Like, where are we gonna go? So,
And I mean, like you're literally removing your entire routine, everything your day-to-day life. Also, like everything you've been taught. You go to school as a kid, you go and then go to college or trade school or do whatever, and then you go get a job, you buy a house or an apartment, you get a car and you work, and then you travel on your 1 or 2 weeks time of vacation.
Yeah.
This is legitimately opposite of everything most people are taught and see. It's most people, it's like opposite of everything you see growing up.
Yeah.
So we recognize that.
And that's another part to it. So, when I always told Sydney, like, hey, like, I want a lake house, I want boats, I want all these things. But then once we got more into it and more talking about it, we're like, well, if we do that, then we're gonna have to be at the lake. We're gonna have to like maintenance the boat and everything.
Exactly.
And all our money's gonna go away.
Boats are depreciating value. Trust me.
Yeah, and then we get to do those same things while traveling. We get to book like a weekend where we were in Greece. We went and saw these amazing islands and everything, and the kids loved it.
Yeah, and like if we want to go on a boat, we can go rent a boat outside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you buy a lake house,
you're stuck there.
You better be going to that lake house every weekend of your life to get the use out of that mortgage. Like you are going to feel drawn and tied and pressured to go there every week. And we're like, do we want to spend every single week at the same lake for the rest of our lives? Do I want to clean 2 houses for the rest of my lives?
Pay mortgages,
right? 2 mortgages. Like, I get it. They're also investment properties. You can look at it that way. But we were like, I think we want a lifestyle of freedom and not that pressure of being tied down to it. So, our family, our kids' ages,
Yeah. So we have 3 girls and 1 boy. From the oldest to the youngest, it's almost 11, 8. 6, and then almost 4.
Yeah, we have 2 birthdays coming up. One birthday, our oldest will have a birthday next week, and then Christmas Eve, our youngest has a birthday. So we still have 2 more birthdays coming up at Christmas.
It's awesome because they get to have their birthdays all around the world. Like our son had his birthday in Greece, our daughter had her birthday in Bulgaria, and then now the 2 other girls are gonna have in Malaysia. So, they get to experience all that good stuff. So,
and our kids, like one of our kids loves reading. One of our kids loves Legos. One of our kids
she loves everything.
Yeah. Terrorizing us. One of our kids loves just kind of being quirky, unique, like Hello Kitty, likes to beat to her own drum. So these are all personalities that we get to tie into our travels with, exploring and things that they like and we know that they like. We get to see that as well. And like, what's probably your top 2 favorite countries that you've traveled to so far?
Oh man.
One of mine is Scotland, hands down. Scotland, the scenery, Glencoe, amazing.
Scotland's just a different planet. Honestly, just the beautiful, the scenery and the weather and everything. So Scotland's up there. For me, honestly, it's probably Italy.
Italy, Italy was not a budget vacation. Italy was a once in a lifetime. We're going for 3 weeks and we're going to do it right if you're going to do it. And that was an incredible experience.
But besides that, hands down, Scotland. I was not really into like the whole Edinburgh, because like more tourists. But where we stay like in Perth, it was really nice to go everywhere. And when we went to the Highlands, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, just like the scenery and the people there are so nice. Like the people that are actually from Scotland, that are in Scotland, are like really kind, really friendly. Like we made friends with our neighbors. We knew them. They were great. We didn't want to leave when we were leaving. It was hard to leave Scotland to go to Bulgaria. That was difficult, and nobody was ready to leave.
Yeah.
That was a hard one. Leaving Bulgaria wasn't as hard.
It is.
But we met some amazing people in Bulgaria.
Yeah. And I mean, in Scotland, like the kids got to have lunch in the most beautiful places, honestly, that you can think on earth. Like,
Yeah.
one was like in this kind of like cliff where like the ocean and everything. And I mean, it's memories that, they're going to grow up and they're going to be like, yeah, I got to do that. So,
As for sure. Why does this chapter in our life mean the most to you?
well, I think it means the most mean because it has brought me and Sydney together, as in marriage, husband and wife, and we get to spend more time, and yes, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
No, I agree.
And I get to see my kids every day, from the moment I wake up, the moment I go to sleep, and I get to raise them, and see how they go from little kids to grown adults. That's something that like I didn't want to lose being back in the States. We used to own a company and back in the United States, so it was always work, 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 work. And so there'll be days where like I'll leave before they woke up, and then they won't see me until like the next day because I came back home when like they were asleep. So
that's true. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the memories. The lasting memories have been the most impactful, that matter the most to me. But we, in our whole marriage, have never spent this much time together, ever. We've never spent this much time together as a family, which opens your eyes to some things, right? Like it opens your eyes to like, hey, these are communication things we should work on. Hey, these are some things we see with the kids, but also like I also have more backup, more help as a parent than I've ever had before because dad is home.
Yeah.
We tag team homeschool now where my strengths are his weakness and his weakness might be my strength between language arts and math.
Yeah.
And discipline and correction and also just like having fun together.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely, I would kind of piggyback off of what you said. But if you could take your family anywhere in the world, where would it be? Put it in the chat box. Okay, write it. I don't know. Where would yours be?
Well, there's two places that I really, really want us to get to. One is Japan, and the other one is El Salvador.
Yeah, we're going. We're going. Yeah. We just haven't gotten there yet. Let's see. And
yeah, I mean, because El Salvador is my home country, and I want our kids to see how I grew up, and climbing trees, climbing mango trees, and all the good stuff, eating pupusas and yuca. So yeah. Yes, but for the meantime, I think we're gonna be in this side of the world and exploring all Asia side. So yes.
Yeah, I figured while we're in the continent,
yes,
use it. And are you team hotel or Airbnb or something maybe more adventurous like a work for free stay? What is it?
I don't know. I mean, Airbnb, it's really good, but I really like hotels because you don't have to do anything.
But it forces you to eat out more.
Yeah, exactly. Forces you to eat out more, and it's more expensive.
Yeah, it does force you to eat out more, and it makes it feel like it's more of a vacation where like if you have an Airbnb or an apartment, it kind of makes you feel like you're not on vacation. It's a little bit more real life because you have probably multiple bathrooms, you have more room, you have more privacy, you have a kitchen, a washer. It does like a drastic real life versus vacation feel.
So I will have to go with Airbnb, and the reason is that for what we're doing, we are, we want to do this as like full travel, and we want to learn how people live in each country we go to. So Airbnb gives you that option where like, hey, we don't eat out much. We get all our groceries. We cook at home. We kind of learn how they live where we are. So I think Airbnb is the best part. Yeah.
Don't forget to hit that like button if you want to travel or you do travel. That helps our channel out so much, okay? And it really, truly, from the bottom of our hearts, mean a lot. And hitting that like button also helps us get discovered for more travel families, which is so, so, so important on us as well. And we want to be seen by other families as well, especially shout out to the moms. Okay, let's talk about like what full-time travel like is actually like, right?
So the thing that I hate most about
Like
it,
honest, right?
yeah,
Like honest. Okay, you're gonna go with your
I just don't.
dislike.
Yeah, I just don't like how like everything that we own is in suitcases. So it's kind of like, oh, I gotta go through it, you know, and
It
like,
sucks.
yeah.
It sucks.
I mean, honestly, that's the worst part for me.
And like a lot of places aren't set up where you can like actually have enough drawers or hangers
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
actually unpack, and then it's like unpacking, repacking, which is I think why so
yeah.
many people do the slow travel of 3 months,
Yes,
because
yeah,
then you feel like you don't have to unpack and pack so much, and it doesn't cause as much burnout. So
yeah,
I can see why people do the 3 months, because you get to actually feel like you're living there
yeah,
before you
yeah.
have to travel again.
Yeah, and with the amount of suitcases that we have, you know, every time we're about to go to a different place, I have to play with like a puzzle type of luggage, like
That's become his job. I
trying
love
to
it.
figure out how to make everything like fit in it without going overweight, you know, and like I mean it's
Yeah.
yeah. But besides
So
that,
what's harder than you expected? I would say the packing part,
yeah,
the suitcase. We did leave a suitcase with my dad when we were back in Arizona, when we were back in the
yeah,
US. So we do not have 7 checked luggages anymore. We are down to 6 now.
yes,
So we only have 6 checked suitcases. So we are doing better.
yeah,
We are doing better. The hard part is the only issue we're having is we don't know if we're going to stay in the warm countries versus going to like cold snow countries, because we want to do both.
yeah,
So it's like, do you get rid of those things and rebuy them? But that seems like frivolous and like unwise. Like, I don't think that's a wise money situation. But then it's like, but you're carrying around snow boots,
yep,
warm stuff, thick jackets, scarves, hats, gloves, which takes up space for 6
yes.
people in your luggage. So
Mhm.
that is the internal conflict we always have, because we know we're not going to only stay in warm countries. We're going to go back. And then it's like, will it fit them when you go back? You know, which
Yeah.
actually the blue jacket, some of those things can go. Like Josiah's jacket can go.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you think about that, hey, this is good. Thanks, guys. So
yeah,
that's been harder. Yeah. It's like the also figuring out where you want to go. There's so many places we want to go, but like mapping it out, planning and doing the research
yeah,
is so intensive, on top of staying up with work, staying on top of homeschool. So honestly, what's a little harder than expected is not getting burnt out with all the trip planning.
hmm,
And keeping it still fun like it used to be, versus like it's another task on the to-do list for me.
yeah, yeah.
Because then you forget things. Like I'm like just planning to plan it. Like I didn't even plan Malaysia until really like we got here, and I'm not even done with it. Like I dropped the ball.
Yeah, but I mean this is what we chose, and
Yeah.
you know we love it. It's fun, and the biggest thing from we doing this, we realized how much stuff we had that we never use.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
So us traveling full time, like something that's more beautiful than I expected would be the experiences we're having, and the kids like lighting up and smiling, seeing something new. Like yesterday we went to the mall, and it was like this like famous store that they had seen with like Hello Kitty and all these things that like you can't really see back in the States, or like a lot of places in like Eastern Europe where we've been. They just get really excited for these new things, and like some of the foods. So for me, that's been the most beautiful thing, is like seeing where our kids are excelling and having fun doing these activities together. But
yeah,
I think it's changing them too. I think it's changing our kids, and I think it's changing us in the same way. Is we're becoming more adaptable to uncomfortable situations and new situations.
yeah, yeah. It make us, you know, try to figure out how to like make it work.
Especially like coming into new Airbnbs all the time with different expectations and different environments, different neighborhoods, different communities.
Yeah,
It definitely makes you feel like, okay, like your cozy life that you had back in the States isn't going to look the same, but that actually uncomfortableness or newness might actually be okay and for the better.
yes.
Of what your expectation level has always become, it changes. Yeah. So what is something you wish more families knew about like this travel lifestyle?
I mean, I wish they knew that like it's possible. It's very, very possible. I mean, even we used to be hung up on that, like, man, we can't do this. We cannot do this. This is not possible. And you won't know that it's possible until you do it. Honestly.
Yeah, I think people are just afraid. They think it
Yeah.
takes so much money, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it does not. And all the money that you spend buying all the stuff that you have in your house, you know, like you could use that to like have a really nice life and travel.
You can get more bang for your buck too, depending on your location. You know,
pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
So, what holds you back from traveling more as a family? Put it in the chat box down here. I already put the question in there. And would you even consider world schooling? What is world schooling? World schooling is pretty much homeschooling while traveling the world, right? So a lot of it looks different for so many different types of families. There's not a this is world schooling way, but some of the methods are people do unschooling. They don't do any type of school. We don't use that method.
Yeah.
Another one is you do your regular homeschool routine and then like you adventure out on the weekends or in the afternoons. Or another one is sort of what we have. We do language arts and math. And then we do history, geography, and like art and music through the community and exploring the local culture that we're in. So that's sort of how we are doing it right now. And so that's pretty much what world schooling is you're doing school on the road. You can do it online. You can do your textbooks, but it gets heavy and bulky quick. We've had to ditch some curriculum and switch our curriculum up.
And then one of the things that I've been thinking about, which is our daughter, almost 11, what the biggest thing that I didn't learn in school, they didn't teach us, was financing. And that's one of the things that, honestly, I'm really looking into. Like, I'm going to show them that way they
real life skills.
Yeah.
I think that's been a big one.
Yeah,
we want to teach our kids real life skills that are applicable in the real world that we didn't get taught. Right? Which maybe we do like one life skill a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like really hone in and focus on it. That's what we should do. Hey, that's a good idea. Second good idea, guys. Thank you.
This video has been good for us.
Yeah. This is like therapy. Okay. So do you feel inspired by this lifestyle or overwhelmed? Like, be honest, drop it in the chat. For me, I'm inspired or we wouldn't do it. There's, of course, overwhelming moments.
Yeah.
But overall, obviously, we feel inspired, I would say, or we wouldn't be doing it. But what do you feel? Do you feel inspired or overwhelmed? Okay. This is the kind of like honest family travel, like inspires you. Please consider subscribing to our channel because it does help us. We have two channels. We have our Checking with the Castros, which is our family blog. And we have a new channel, which is Castros on a Travel Budget, which helps show you, teach you how you can travel with your family on a budget without having to feel like you need money, having to be rich, or feel like you need to be born into a family with, you know, a fluffy net that they'll just, you know, cushion you along life, right? Because most of us don't have that.
And honestly, I mean, let's be honest. You know, let's be honest. Like we do this YouTube so it can provide for us, and then also we do this YouTube, but we do it the real way. Like we're not trying to lie to anybody. Everything that we say, it's real and all that stuff. So, you know, it'd be really helpful.
Yeah, we started this as a creative outlet. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share our journey and travels with other families and show you that it's possible.
The real way.
We're not making enough to even sustain our lifestyle. So like we're not making a significant amount of money from this. This is truly us just wanting to share with others and inspire others and help families realize that they can get out and travel too. Like this is truly just a genuine perspective and motive that this is coming from, right? So let's talk about like why family memories matter. Because we're running out of time here. We got to get rolling.
I mean, honestly, you only live once, right?
Don't wait till your retirement.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've seen tons of families that what they do, they work really hard, and then they miss so much time with their kids. And the next thing they realize, their kids they're out of college and everything, and they're like, "Whoa, where did life go?"
Yeah, like I don't want to wait until you have a bad knee and back and I got a bad hip to travel. Yeah, and then we need walkers, canes, wheelchairs to go. Like I want to be able to do this before that point. I want to travel with our kids before they have their own families and their interest and priorities are with their family and not with mom and dad because they're grown. We wanted to do these now. And we also know that spending more time together creates a tighter family bond and that was important to us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like kids remember the moments together, not perfection.
Correct.
So our goal here is not perfection, because we're not perfect. Like, we just want the memories, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wait until someday. That's what, if you wait until someday, that someday,
May never come.
it probably won't come.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to put a date. This is the date that we're going to do this. And we're going to do this whether we're ready. Just like when you go to have kids, like, it's never the perfect moment to have kids,
No.
right? Like, sort of the same thing. You just kind of jump in and you figure it out as you go, in a way, you know?
Yeah.
And what would be your encouragement for dads out there watching?
Well, the encouragement for dads is
Whether you're single, whether you're tired, whether you're a dad, what is it?
I mean, just sit back and look back how your life is, right? I mean, if you're happy where you are, then you're happy where you are, you know. But if you're curious about it, you know, and like you have a family and you're like, wait, I want to travel. Like, I mean, even if you're United States and you just want to travel to a different state, go see a different state. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of places that God made for us to go see its beauty.
And it's not wrong to travel.
Yeah, it is.
Despite what you will be told and you will hear, it is not wrong to travel, and it's not a sin to travel. God made the whole world. Explore it.
Yeah.
Just have a community with you, right?
Exactly.
Like, you have to always put God first, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just forget that. So for moms, I would say, don't let the planning and the stress of packing and planning and the preparation of it overwhelm you and take away from the experience or freeze you from actually having the experience. Okay. That would be my motivation for moms. Like, don't let that hinder you. If you want help planning it, let me know. I'll absolutely help planning it. Just drop a comment and we can talk about it. So what is one place that you dream of taking your kids one day? Like, let me know, which we already kind of talked about that. We said sort of Japan, right?
Yeah.
What is one small adventure that you could do this month? Right?
Mm-hmm.
What is one small adventure you could do this month to get the ball rolling? I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't even do this. Like, they don't even go for a walk anymore. They don't even go for a hike or anything. I feel like, you know, social media and all this stuff kind of like have taken over. So, and that was another thing why we do this, because, you know, we don't want our kids to grow up just being stuck on the screen and just like not want to go outside. So, this kind of help us to take them everywhere, you know, keep them off the screen and just, you know.
That's for sure. Share this with a friend or family who dreams about traveling more. Okay. You never know who this will inspire. So share this with other families, share this with other parents that have kids, share the mess out of this so that other families can find us and we can help find them. And we want to inspire those families. So please share it. That really helps.
It might not inspire you, but it might inspire somebody else, you know, and that's the cool thing about life. You know, God works in mysterious way.
That's for sure. So this is like an open Q&A. If you have any questions, drop it into the comments. If not, we're going to kind of roll through some of the most often questions that we've been asked leading up to this and through this. Okay. Let's see. I have some written down here too. So number one is, people always ask us how we afford to travel or afford full-time travel. How do we afford it? Well, we just ask our parents to pay for everything. No. Before this, we saved. We didn't overspend. We knew we wanted to travel. So I usually did the finances. I always had a budget, a savings account, an envelope, if you do Dave Ramsey, for travel. Always had that. It was like my savings account, but separate, right? We always had money in a travel account. And so that was, maybe it didn't always have like a lot, but we always had something that we were building from. So that's how we started this. And then it just snowballed over time. The more that we learned trick saving things with hotel points, flights, Google Flights, and our travel credit card, like we just learn things as we've gone to cut cost and stuff. And that has been significant, which is why we use our Castro's on a Travel Budget new channel to show people these things, to help other families learn to do this too. But we had a business. We sold everything we owned and we took that cash with us. That meant our cars. That meant our home that we had a mortgage on that we built.
Yep.
That meant our savings that we had. Like we took this money with us to make it last. And then we've, at this point, we do some investing, we
Yep.
do YouTube, and we get really creative and we don't overspend. We have a budget lifestyle. We do, which we don't have a bad lifestyle, but we are careful on what we spend.
Yep.
And we go to countries. We don't only go to expensive, high-end luxury countries. We're not just in Switzerland and the west of Europe. We do more affordable budget countries, and we stick to a monthly budget that we know is comfortable, right?
And that's when we need your help with YouTube. So
yeah, I mean, seriously, like
Yes.
YouTube does help us. It helps us so much more than y'all realize. So what is a common question we get is like what we pack. What would be your top things that you would say as a travel family that you pack, that people say like, well, what do you bring with you? Like, how do you know what to bring? What is the most useful? What would you say?
I mean, honestly, my luggage, I only have one luggage, and all I have is, shorts, socks, all the essential. Like, there's nothing.
But for the family.
For the family, pretty much all the essentials, right? Like just clothes.
But that looks different for every family. Mine would be some cooking stuff because this Airbnb has nothing.
Yeah.
So if I didn't bring stuff, we would have had to go out and buy stuff.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That is essentials that we use. Some basic essentials like a really sharp knife, some rags that we use, some tea stuff, some scissors. Like those are essential things that we use.
Maybe we need to make a video of that.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good video. And our travel medicine bag that we use a mess out of. Those are the things I'm talking about, right? Like our camera equipment, which is a little bit more unique for us.
Yeah.
You have golf shoes, water shoes, hiking shoes.
Yep.
Those take up a lot of space though.
Yeah.
Like those would be the essentials, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Anything. I mean, he doesn't have anything essential. That's why he can't think of anything. Like
I'm a plain guy,
Okay, big question is how do we handle school? Which we kind of hit on that earlier, but can you just share it real quick?
Yeah, so for a normal day, what it look like is that we get up and then we eat some breakfast and then everybody gets ready and then we do some language art, math, and then after that we go do stuff and then we come back and the kids do some reading. So it's pretty.
And then we do work.
Yeah.
We alternate. Like if it's a work day, sometimes we don't go out and explore, or we go out and explore and then come back and work. So like we do work has to be done in there as well.
Yes,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
It's not just like we have all endless free days. So.
Yeah. And honestly, in school, we just focus on like the biggest things that they're going to need in life.
Like reading and math. Like those are huge.
Yes, those are huge. And, and like I was saying earlier, financials, and then, and then when we go out, they get to learn about culture and they get to learn about history,
Yeah, living it, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, so another huge thing that we get asked is if we're ever going to settle down again, if we're ever coming back to the States, or if we're ever going to settle down.
We don't know. God knows that.
Yeah, like we don't know.
Yeah.
We're open to anything.
Yeah.
We're open to going back to the US. We're open to falling in love with another country and staying there permanently. We're open to full-time traveling for 6 months. We're open to full-time traveling for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So we're open to whatever. We haven't shut a door on any option.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is where we're at with it. So there's no definitive answer, but all options are options. Maybe we'll live in El Salvador.
Hey.
Like we don't know. But if we're going to go to El Salvador, we got to go now. Prices are getting expensive. Okay.
We got to get some Bitcoin.
Right. Like it's about to be American prices over there. So, all right. Ask us anything. We truly love to connect with you. Drop it into the chat box. We'll answer. If you just joined us, jump in, ask any questions. And now we can kind of sort of come to the end of this. We can kind of wrap it up a little bit. Honestly, thank you so much if you've watched for spending your day with us. We really appreciate it. We get to kind of know who's watching and get to hear anything from y'all. This little travel community does mean a lot to us, and it supports us. If you want to travel more, If you are world schooling your kids, or if you want to world schooling your kids, or that's a new term you've never even heard before, which is really just for the homeschoolers, right? Sort of in a way. If you feel encouraged as a parent, we'd love to have you here. And we're so thankful that you did drop by. Lets us, our hearts feel a little full, right?
Yeah. No.
So hit that subscribe button if you want to follow us on our Malaysia journey for the next 3 months. And we might throw in another country in the middle of that. Tap like if you've enjoyed hanging out with us, which is your tonight, our morning. We're on the next day already. Yeah. So thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully we didn't mess up y'all's kid bedtime routines too much. And honestly, if you hit that like button, it truly tells YouTube that you want this to be shown to more families, which is the golden key here for us finding other families that want to travel. So hit the like button, please.
Yes.
And share this with share this live with somebody that has a family. True. Yeah. Like share it. And we'll see you in our little next live for Malaysia. We'll do another if y'all are interested. So see ya. Bye.